So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Parppim. I raised and grew up in Bangkok, Thailand, where we have a culture to eat food together with the several dishes. I also grew up with a passion for food. And I also grew up seeing a waste problem in Bangkok. This is a picture of the Bangkok street. After raining, it's also flooding because the trash clogs the drainway. I came to the SI with a passion to solve this problem. And when I came to New York, this is how my meal looked like. I realized that it's more about plastic trash than food. I started my projects while looking into the trash at the SI. And this is how trash we produce in one day. We can see 95% of this are from our food consumptions. Every time we eat, we produce trash. And from the Environmental Protection Agency, they report that 45% of the material landfill in the United States are food-related, such as container and packaging. Also, 41% of the food online delivering for the to-go and delivery in the United States are from New York City. The problem seems small as a plastic spoon, but it creates a huge impact. Plastic produced from natural resources, it becomes commonly used in restaurants, food trucks, home, and school. We use a plastic just a couple minutes, and then we toss it, which makes some people may believe that it could recycle. But the reality is, when I talk with the Sim Municipal Recycling Facility, the largest recycling facility at New York City, they say that the all small plastics such as straw, bottle caps, and plastic cutlery will sort out because they are no longer cost effective to sell to the plastic recycle processor. They all go to landfills. So now I found that not every type of plastic are recyclable, and not every type of the recyclable plastic are recycled at the recycling facility. They all go to landfills, and then they go into our oceans. 80% of trash in the ocean are single-use plastic. Also, then our marine animals eat it and become poisoning. Moreover, according to the Oceans Conservancy Organization data, the plastic cutlery is one of the deadliest trash in the oceans. And not only the marine animal affected, it's also returned in our food chains and threatening human health. I ask myself, how might we reduce single-use plastic involved in the food consumptions? Then I start focusing at the restaurant. I interview restaurant owners and also employees. I found that with the practicality of the restaurants, they have to keep the cost low. Plastic is 5 times cheaper than other alternative materials such as biodegradable. Also, the food safety policy challenges people to bring their reusable items to the restaurants. Now I realize that it could be difficult to tackle and change the restaurant behavior. Then it's led me to move to the next focus group. It's customer. After I interviewed customer, I found that they believe that the plastic cutlery are recyclable, and also the unclear signage of the recyclings made them confused about this and lead them to unaware of using plastic spoon. Then I went to Queen's Night Market to set up a spoon bin to see what the customer will react. The result is I collect 400 spoons within 3 hours. It also sparked a conversation to people about how to recycling this type of plastic and also make them rethink before they toss it. But still, since we cannot recycle this type of plastic, the next solutions might be reducing. It's led me to focus on the customer who already carrying reusable items. I have my hypothesis that they're carrying reusable items such as water bottle because they care about environmental. But I found that even the small spoon is much smaller than the bottle, but it's much more difficult for them to start carrying. Because by carrying the water bottle, it's benefits for them. They can save costs and also it's more convenience. But for the small plastic spoons, some people mentioned about a difficulty of washing and also they can get it for free. Now I found that it might be hard to change the adults' behavior. However, I observed a recycling education at Sim Municipal Facility and found a new cohort that would love to work with me in this project. It's kids. And why kids? They are open and eager to learn about plastic reductions. I believe that they use a plastic every day, but not by their choice. They're given a plastic spoon by parents and teachers. And also, they have an influence to influence others. As a shy power, they can influence others who buy plastic product to stop using it. How might we empower kids to speak about their concern and make their own decision over plastic consumptions? I work with Wat Phutta Thai Thawan Vanaram, a Thai temple in Queens. They have a Saturday school where kids 6 to 10 years old will come to learn Thai language and also Thai cultures. After working with them, I found that after they finish the class, the kids are given the dinner with the disposable spoon, cups, and bowl every week. Then, let me introduce you the Guardians of the Oceans Club. It's a program in the school that empowers kids to speak about the current plastic issue in order to encourage them to make their own solution toward reducing their single-use plastic, in order to save their beloved marine animals and also influence others to do the same. From the several weeks that I worked with them, I found that when I tell them about the plastic current situations and also the effect in the oceans, after I show them the picture of the marine animal hurt by plastic, they were shocked and they really want to help them. Second, every time I go to class, the kids will come to me and tell me a story about their school or their friends. I realized that kids 6 to 10 have a different learning ability, but they all love to telling a story. Once I give her an opportunity to be a teacher in the class, she really enjoyed it and made a great job. Then another girl asked to do the same for the next week. So I see this as an opportunity to leverage how kids love telling the story to make them more confident to become a leader and speak about the plastic message. Then, when I show them about the picture of the marine animals, they want to help them, and so I ask them, how can you help them? This is also the kids' idea. They are eager and get easily motivated to create their own idea. They start sharing what they learned from the school about plastic debris, and they also discuss about each other's solutions. Last, they need to connect the daily behavior because they cannot see how they can create an impact in this problem. Now, let's come to the action kits. Using us as a tool to teach kids and empower them to draw and be a storyteller. Use a marine animal as a motivation for them to reducing their plastic use. Empower them to be a marine rescuer and create their own solutions. And help them to see the impact from their daily behavior. And how does this work? First, kids will join the club. Then they will track what's their current plastic use and it's turned from using into reducing so they can see by just changing one behavior they can save so much of the spoons. Then they will learn about the plastic situations by coloring and illustrations of the current situations such as a spoon journey. Then they will have an opportunity to create their own solutions by writing what they want to do for the next couple weeks and pledge it. Also, they assigned to gather signatures from parents. By doing this, it helps connect parents with this program and also introduce parents to work with kids in order to achieve their plastic reduction goal together. Then they will use this tote bag every week at school. Also, inside the tote bag, have a small pockets to remind them to bring their own reusable item to the school. Finally, they can use that tote bag and also the drawing to be a communication tool to talk about this with parents and teachers and other people. With this piloting, I received a feedback from the school principal that once she tried to have the program that kid bring the cup to the school, but it's not succeed because kid forget. But by having these interventions, she see that kids love this program And she see a need that kids really want to do it and would love to have this program for the next semester and would love to initiate a reducing plastic program at her school. Also from the parent side, once parent told me that she never aware of using plastic spoon until her kids told her. Also another parent said that this helped her have a conversation with her sons about school activities and also seeing his progress. She suggests that she would love to have this in a Thai version so she can practice Thai with her son. With all these clubs, will helping kids bring their own reusable item to school. It could save 5 spoons per week. It's gonna be 200 spoons per month, and just one Saturday school, we can save 1,200 spoons that's going to the oceans. Based from the feedback I get, we have a possibility to expand to another school in New York, such as Brooklyn Friends School. And I hope to implement this program back to my home country in another school in Bangkok. During this journey, it exposed me to the opportunity to be a writer for the greenery.com to write about my thesis and also the research. And the innovative waste reductions program in New York. It's received a great feedback. From this, I believe that by spreading the informations, empowering each other to have their own solutions, and everyone taking a little step with your own step, we can achieve the plastic reductions goal and make the world less waste. Thank you for listening.